What's up, guys? My name is Turley, and this is just the track review of Off-Season SX2. So this track looks pretty rad, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely looks pretty cool, but as usual, I'm riding this track completely blind. This is my first lap, so you know, might overjay a couple things, might case some things, just but it still should be a lot of fun. Oh gosh, wow, okay. Yeah, there's some big lines. I kind of went for the Ryan Villapoto route right there, and I probably shouldn't have on the first lap, but we will definitely get it figured out. That's really cool, though, that there's actually some big lines and stuff. I'm really liking the look of this track. This could definitely be one of the top-rated tracks that I've ever had on any of my reviews, for sure. Just strictly by the looks of it, first of all. It's got that nice, like, off-season, kind of fall vibe to it. Oh, okay, I'm riding this like a goon. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, but it's actually like I think I've played the first off-season SX track, and it was a little bit plain for a Supercross track. Every jump was kind of mellow. It was like just a mellowed out Supercross track. This one's a little bit more intense. It's a little bit more like a real, what I would consider a real Supercross track to be, so and that's really cool. Okay, about to say, I think I can hit that just barely. Whoops are pretty good, pretty solid. Little on the small side, but that's okay because whoops are kind of crappy to try to hit sometimes. So but check out the this is what I talk about when I talk about realistic looking ground textures. Whoa, I'm crashing here. Look at this ground texture. It looks like he's got like the leaves and stuff mixed in with the it's almost like a two-toned ground texture. I'm loving this track, guys. I really am. I don't know if this is a wall jump. Oh, it's just like kind of like a little hip jump. You're just supposed to hit it over that little double. Right here, I guess it's just double, pop over that. Okay, here's the big line. I'm not really sure what I want to hit on it. I think you're supposed to just hit it to the table right there. And of course I screwed that up. Very cool track though. The actual tile map, what the dirt actually feels like, feels pretty good, so that's good. I just feel like I'm kind of like hitting a little jump at the beginning, and then I'm just popping like a big quad off all these. That tabletop right there is kind of confusing. It's like you really got to kind of let off to not over jump it. Maybe I should be hitting it a little bit different or something. I'm not really sure. I like this section. It's pretty cool. Little table on off. I'm pretty sure you could 5 jump that out, but I'm not sure, if you could get on the brakes quick enough. Yeah, that jump right there was a little bit easier on the second lap. Whoops are alright. I mean, they're not bad at all. I just like how he changed it up. Like, it feels like you're on a different section, every time you go on it around a corner, and I love that about it. I mean, just look at this. Look how realistic all this looks. Wow, this guy, let me tell you, I would have to say this is probably one of the best custom tracks I've ever rode. And it's actually pretty simple. It's not like there's anything crazy to it. It's just what he did on it, he did really good. So that's really, really cool. Remember, any of these custom tracks I play are on any of the main websites where you get the custom tracks. You can probably find it. The name of this one is just called Off-Season SX2. You can also probably find the first one. So like I said, I just remember the first one being kind of a little bit more on the beginner side of Supercross, but this one's pretty intense, guys. Let me tell you, I mean, there's a bunch of lines you can hit. I mean, I've not yet hit probably some of the main lines yet, even. So, especially on that very first long rhythm there, it was like where I screwed up at the beginning. I think you can actually jump up over that one table. You can like 5 jump over it or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm dreaming too big, but we'll see if I can hit it on the next lap. So I want to think you can 5 jump that. but I don't know, man. That is just a long ways and a very short distance to get back on your brakes, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I really love the actual ground textures and just how the dirt feels, man. It just feels right, you know? Okay, I really need to be tripling in. Let me just go back around and hit that again to make sure I know what I'm doing here. Okay. So, triple on that tabletop. That's a little bit difficult, but somehow I made it work. Don't really know how I just did that, but maybe I don't need to be hitting these sections quite like I'm hitting them. Maybe I need to like slow down at the beginning. I'm not really sure. It seems like my trajectory is kind of getting off somewhere along most of these sections, and it's making it some of the landings kind of weird. But as far as the jumps, man, spot on. Like this is one of those kind of tracks that you could just spend hours and hours on and keep finding new lines, you know. Alright, let's see if I can hit it right here. Oh, that's big, that's big, that's big. Holy crap. That quad is insane. Very insane. Sorry guys if I'm casing like nobody's business, but I was more focused about that first section than I was anything, so I just love the variety of the different kind of jumps. It's just, it's perfect, really. I mean, it's hard to say this is not one of the most perfect tracks I've ever rode on. I'm seriously not joking. Like, this is awesome. And I'm not getting very much lag off of it, ever so slight, you know. Yeah, I would not recommend going for that 5 jump because I just hit it really hard and I've still only quadded it. So, quadded it? Is that a word? I don't know. But alright, let me see if I can triple in here on the table, get it a little bit smoother than I did last time. Whoa, that's not how you do it, but that's how you do it, I guess. Okay, well, you know, just pop a little front flip. I think I'm going backwards on the track. That's always fun. Let me get turned around here. Yep. Okay. It's just, it's awesome. I don't know, man. This track's definitely my kind of track. You know, the background and stuff's not any kind of like just crazy awesome like anything really. It's just a couple of fall, you know, fall colored kind of trees, and I don't know. It's just like you feel such like a realism to the track. You know, everything kind of ties in. Let me try to hit this quad again. Yeah, that's big. And then you hit that. I think it's smarter to just cartwheel like that. No, I'm just kidding. It's smarter to jump after you hit the first quad over the table. It's smarter to, I would think, wow, it's hard to sit here and talk while you're trying to focus on hitting quads and stuff. I would say hit the quad over the table and then kind of choke up just a little so you don't overjump that second quad, I think it is, because you really need to land on that table, that on-off, and then that last single on that first section, you know, and I think that would probably be the fastest way. Yeah, there's really not, oh, whoa, there we go, cased it, but we still hit it. Okay, so I guess I can give the overall rating on this track. I'm telling you guys, this might get pretty intense ratings because this track's pretty ballin'. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty awesome. So, I would say overall, honestly, overall this track is a 10. It seriously is. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what exactly it is about it. It's just he's done everything right. You know what I mean? It's just when you hop on one of them tracks that feels like a real track, and it's not. You know, that's one of them kind of things that I kind of live for. You know, so I would give this track definitely a 10 overall. The ruts, oh, got a little case. That quad's pretty tough, but yeah. So I would give it a 10 overall. There's not really that many ruts, but it really doesn't matter. Like there's rut decals and stuff, I guess, but there's really not ruts in the track, if that makes any sense. So that part of it I think it would just kind of screw up the track, honestly, if you just went in there and threw in some ruts. Just because the corners are kind of small and you know, but it definitely fits that off-season, you know, the title of the track. It definitely fits that 110%. So I would definitely rate it a 10 overall. In difficulty, I don't know, this is kind of a tough one because there's all different kinds of big lines, but it's not like, I mean, it's an easy track as long, I mean, like, I haven't really cased anything like super hard, you know, unless it was like just a humongous quad. Like, I feel like I could case a triple and be pretty good, you know. The jumps don't launch you that high, they just kind of, they're kind of smooth. It's almost like a kind of like a sand base on the track, so you don't really, there we go, finally hit that table. And then case that. As you can see, though, you see how I cased that triple there and I didn't crash instantly like most tracks are. I actually bounced over and then ended up crashing, but most tracks, you know, it just launches you so high that you end up screwing up that way. But you know, it's kind of like a sand texture, so it's a little bit softer and stuff when you land, and in the corners they're a little bit more forgiving, so that's kind of cool. But I would say the difficulty of the track is probably somewhere, whoops, that was my mistake right there. I would say the difficulty has to be, I would say it's medium difficulty. I would definitely not call it a hard track, but if you're pretty good at MX Simulator, there's definitely some really big lines you can hit, so it makes it kind of like a more advanced track, if you know what I'm saying. So you know, I would definitely just go ahead and rate it a okay, I'm just hitting all different kinds of crazy lines. I would definitely just go ahead and rate it a medium, I guess. You know, unless you're really good at this game and you're hitting humongous lines, I guess it could be considered kind of hard that way, you know. But definitely a cool track. I definitely recommend any of you guys downloading this track. It's awesome. Not really much more I can say about it. I mean, just look at this. You know what I'm saying? So very cool. A lot of cool lines. You're never gonna get bored of it. It's so much fun. I know it sounds like I'm just giving a speech about it, but it's really unbelievable to me that finally I've kind of found that track that has really just done everything right, you know. And sometimes you can't do it right, you know what I'm saying? So but whoever made this track, man, hats off to you. This is definitely a work of art. You know, just from everything. I could just go on and on about all the different things that has been done right here. So, but obviously I'm not going to do that. But it's easy enough for beginners to ride on. It's not like your triples and stuff are like too hard to hit or anything like that. Like, you know, it's easy to the point where anybody can ride on it, but it's difficult to the point where pros can still have fun on it. You know what I mean? Like, he's just found that perfect balance between it. But so yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. This is Off-Season SX2. Definitely recommend downloading it. It is definitely a very cool track for all different you know, all different kinds of difficulties of, you know, all different kinds of experienced riders or not experienced, whatever you may be. This track's awesome, and definitely go download it. But that's it for this review, guys, and I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll keep on making them.